I had a complete MCL tear in my left knee, and
Hmm.
that was in 2022.
Yeah.
I didn't get surgery for it, but he said that it's like completely healed.
Amazing. I mean, like
Yeah.
that's probably a better. I'm not trying to like make light of the bone
No,
spurs. I know that they're painful, but it's
I
way
don't
better than
know.
dealing
I don't
with
know
a
what's
MCL tear.
Yeah, I'm shocked that that's what it was. I thought I don't know. I guess I really am not too knowledgeable. I don't really know what I thought it was, but I
Well, I
was
think that would
letting
have been
my
safe.
imagination run wild.
Yeah. Well, oh, yeah, it's just you. Yeah, just you. Yes, yes, we're all kind of subject to that from time to time, let me tell you. Also, I know I look and sound like absolute crap. I'm very sick, so just
Uh,
heads up. I'm doing what I can too. I'm going through it myself. So, not like that though. Not like bone spurs. So, I don't know if this is actually, I think the first time we've actually had an opportunity to
yeah,
sit and talk.
yeah.
So, it's nice to meet you. I wish it was before now, but it's better late than never.
Yeah, it's just funny because all of the protocols that are like more for self leadership and what I would consider like spiritual, I've been like trying to get those things like into my lifestyle, and I guess I don't know. It's not that it's like hard for me, it's that like I haven't been able to find the consistency with it.
Hmm.
But yeah, I definitely like I'm very happy that I found this, that I stumbled upon it, and that I decided to just go for it because I do think it changed my life in a very positive way. Like I was not eating correctly at all, and I don't even like it's weird because in the firehouse, we don't eat the right way, but I don't even like those things. I don't eat those things when I'm at home. And it'd be like if I was at home, I'd almost be like, I don't want to eat anything. I'd be like full, like I just wouldn't want to even look at food. But this definitely changed everything, and it's weird because when I started this program, um I almost felt like I was eating healthier in the firehouse too somehow. Because like if I go to the firehouse on a morning tour, I wake up pretty early, and then my fast ends earlier than if I'm at home. So I found like and we eat very late in my firehouse, no matter what day or night tour, because we're running, and it's like
Hmm.
I don't know how it is I don't actually don't think it's like this in other states, but in New York, EMS work is not for everyone. It's only for the engine.
Hmm.
So if they're in meals, if it's their month to make the meal and they had like 9 EMS calls, like we're not eating for a long time.
Hmm.
But yeah, so I um found healthier options. I took bacon completely out of my diet because unfortunately the truth about me is that I love bacon and I will just eat it. Like so
Their
I
advice.
don't have it in my house because my mom never really cared for bacon. So
Hmm.
I don't have that habit of having it at home, but in the firehouse it's big. So because I started fasting now, I don't eat breakfast really. So bacon is now out of my diet, and I think that was like one of the first things. But yeah, I definitely um I started trying to walk before this daily because I was having like a lot of digestive issues, and my doctor just kept telling me like that was one of, she hasn't helped me at all, but she's was telling me to walk, and so I was already doing that. But it's just funny because watching all the protocol videos, it just like solidified everything else that I've been like seeing and finding on my own.
So you've learned all these things and you've made really, really great progress. It sounds like,
Yeah.
there's still some stuff to do, some stuff to solidify. And by the way, before I even move on, I want to say that I appreciate that you've noticed there's something. You're the first person to use that word who I've talked to.
As
Spiritual.
spiritual. Yeah, but
It can be. So that's the
it,
thing. Like
it is. It is
it doesn't
though.
have
Like
to be, but it can be. And to me, the way that I learned a lot of these things, it was.
yeah.
And I have to sneak it in there and say it and
Because
phrase it in a certain way, right?
they're afraid of that
Yeah.
word. I don't know
Yeah.
why.
I don't
It's
know either, but it's how I
it's
grew up.
silly.
Like in the West. Western culture, United States, like this side of the world, it can be kind of like taboo. It can be a little bit, but like these things that say, hey, this is not pushing uh, a religious agenda, but is there a path here to like some kind of connection, whether it's with yourself or those around you or the universe or
Yeah.
to God or to whoever, whatever you believe in. Yes, so yes, spiritual, I would say is absolutely a quality you could apply to this program. And maybe also why it's like, hey, there's a greater why here. Is this a fitness program? See, here's what I've come and I'm like blow the lid on this. Brittany was the first person to ever accuse me of that. It was a funny accusatory, but she said, "You're not really a fitness coach. You're like a life coach masquerading as a fitness coach." And I was like, "Yes, like, yes, I am." And I accept that. I accept it. I accept that.
You can't really attain your fitness goals unless you have a sound mentality. And I think that most humans, forget about like firefighters, I think that most humans do not
Mm,
in general. I think it's hard also for people to understand because um they're so like hung up on popular culture and things that really don't matter.
mm.
But yeah, I think when people are alone, like without without dealing with popular culture or like, I don't know, playing video games, I don't think most of us are healthy
Yeah,
mentally anyway. So it's and people, a lot of people who are on fitness journeys that aren't spiritual, I think it's just more like an unhealthy obsession in a way. And I've never been that person, so I can't really speak on it, but
hmm,
I can't imagine having like the muscles that some of these people have and not being completely obsessed day in and
yeah,
day out.
yeah,
Like I can't imagine looking like that and it not being my entire life. Again, I can't speak on it because I've
yeah,
never engaged in that lifestyle.
yeah.
So I don't know. But
I did.
yeah.
I
So
did.
you know,
Yeah,
like
I did.
speaking
I did. And then
inaccurately.
I found out it doesn't work, right? Especially
Yeah,
not with
because
this,
you have
especially
to
not with what you
be.
put up with already. I had to change my tune. I had to change my tune and find a better why. Because if at the end of the day, like what we're all trying to do, probably, especially those people you're referring to, is fill a void, fill a hole. Like, hey, when I look this way, I'm
Yeah,
going to feel a certain way. It's going to give me the validation
yeah,
that I've been seeking. It's going to give me the thing that I've just been missing. I don't know what it is, but I'm missing something here. And I think if I look that way and people validate me like that, then it's going to fill that thing that's missing. What can you actually fill that with? Like, what's going to be fulfilling to you? It's not going to be having huge muscles and stepping on stage. Like, for most of us, it's not. Like, it's going to be other things. It's going to be that connection. It's going to be the things that make life worth living. It's the experiences, right? It's not
yeah,
even having a lot of money, looking a certain way. It's like, what do I leave this life with at the end? The experiences that I had. Did
yeah,
I take the chance? Did I move forward the way that I wanted to? Did I bet on myself? Do I not have regrets? Did I make decisions out of what I wanted to do, or did I make decisions out of fear? What am I going to regret later? What's a fulfilling, full, vibrant life look like? And the beauty of that question is that all of us get to answer it individually. Each of us get to decide what that looks like.
So sorry, ADD. I just realized like yesterday I had watched the journaling protocol. And it was just funny because exactly what you were saying was how I kind of felt about it. Like I had gone to therapy many times and always they say journaling,
Mm,
but sometimes I struggle to like put my thoughts into words, but I have to say like the way you explain things, I think you will be able to reach more people than other professionals and therapists because you're putting it into a language, so to speak, where you're you're kind of like you're embodying like other people's experiences. Like the things that you have gone through, I have also kind of gone through, but you're able to articulate it in a way that I am not. So like you understood why journaling, you were kind of like out on journaling, but I sometimes I knew for myself it was laziness, but other times I was just like, I'll open up my journal and I'm like, what am I writing in here? Like I would write something and then it would just be like something that I had been overthinking for a very long time. But then when I go back to read it, it doesn't really mean anything like at all. And it didn't necessarily help me either. I think you kind of have like a very, in a way, like a talent for kind of like bringing these things to light and finding people who are looking for ways to bring these things into their lives.
All right, I have a question because we both are ADD and we're jumping all over the place. It's a typical
Yeah.
firefighter conversation. Um, my question is to you, Jackie. I'm sure when you started, just like anybody else, I'd be concerned if you weren't like this, but you probably were a little skeptical when you first joined. Like,
I had to be because I had
of
done
course,
so
of
many
course.
like
Yeah, of course. So
I
that's
was
kind of the
skeptical of
point.
my doctor, by the way,
Yeah.
but he turned out to be a very good doctor.
Okay, good. So here's the thing. Um, what my question is since you're not alone in that experience, like a lot of myself included, a lot of people have done programs and they got burned and it was just kind of bullshit. Or it was like, hey, this is a firefighter program, but it's just CrossFit with like a badge slapped on it. And that's obviously not what we're doing here. My question is if you could talk to somebody else that might be in your shoes right now, like literally, maybe they're even going to listen to this conversation if you give me permission, like, and you say, hey, like I understand, what would you say to that person, or what would you say even to yourself if you could go back 3, 4 months and be like, hey, like, what would your words of wisdom be?
Um, all right, this might be hard for me.
Hmm.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm not good with like articulation of my thoughts, but the truth is like I was in a place in my life where I was having some health issues outside of my physical fitness. Um, and there had been like a very serious death that my firehouse actually responded to. And that guy didn't do anything. He didn't enter the IDLH. He climbed the aerial ladder up to the roof and he seized, had a heart attack, and he did not come back from that. He died just from climbing the aerial ladder. And he wasn't really old. You know, he was in his 40s, or I think he was either nearing 40 or he was in his early 40s. And I'm not really out of shape and I'm not really that old, but I was getting to the point where like I could tell my health was deteriorating, like it was not going in a positive direction. And we do not eat healthy in the firehouse. It's very hard also to work out sometimes. Like my firehouse is pretty busy and you can't like you get in, if it's in the morning, you're doing committee work, then you have to cook the meal, and then maybe you're going on runs, right? So it's like you have to be able to find the time. And that's kind of what I was sold on. Like, I don't remember the exact Instagram post that I saw, but it was talking about like coming from a firefighter, being able to fit a whole regiment into the schedule that we work in. And I went for it because that is what I kind of needed. And also because you were a firefighter, I was like, he knows what he's talking about. This person is me, was me, whatever the case may be. Like, you know my experience, and that's why I went for it. But once you start doing that, like I lost like 5, maybe 7 pounds just from changing the way I was eating and the way I was sleeping, and I was only lifting twice a week during that time. I was just doing what Brittany had given me. Brittany's my coach. Twice a week I was doing. I gotta say, I wasn't particularly unhealthy in the firehouse we are, but we're not even that unhealthy. We just eat a lot. And sometimes I wasn't even eating the full meal. Like I couldn't finish everything on my plate. Maybe it's different for guys. I mean, I see them all eat the full plate, and it's just like I can't understand how they fit it because I can't eat that much. But even still not eating that much, I was definitely like not healthy. And I think my mental kind of played into that as well. I think for me personally, when I'm physically unhealthy, I think my brain and my body kind of connect in that way. And like once I started getting into the flow of this program, I literally just felt overall better. the truth is, like, this program is made for you to be able to do it without being overwhelmed and stick to it. And then it's really built to last. Other things are added on little by little. And it's just great. I really am grateful that I stumbled upon this, and I don't know where I would really be right now in terms of my health if I hadn't. Uh, but yeah, I'd probably still be like an extra 7 pounds right now, and not happy because I wasn't really that happy before either. But I didn't necessarily even realize that, to be honest. So I think if you're considering joining this program, I think you will be very happy if you did. And I think you'll probably even tell others to join potentially.
Right on. Thank you for sharing that. Seriously.
I tried.
Yeah.